The simple future tense refers to expressions such as I will apply for the job, I'm going to visit my grandmother next week, or I'm about to call the police. The simple future tense is one of the most difficult tenses because there are so many different forms expressing the same meaning. Let me first tell you why there came to be so many forms. One day, English speakers came together to discuss an important issue. Oh no, modern English doesn't have a verb form for the future time. Yeah, we have the past form for the past time, present form for the present time, but we don't have a future form for the future time. What should we do? Guys, why don't we choose some verbs from the present tense that kind of talk about the future, like the word will, and agree that that's the future tense? Cool, but what if I'm too lazy to do even that? Well, then just use the present tense and add some future time words like tomorrow, as in I go to school tomorrow. Sounds good to me. Yay! Woo! Nice! So it was, the future tense was born. The simple future tense refers to action or states that'll happen in the future. There are two ways to express the simple future tense. The first is to have special verb forms such as will plus the base form of verbs or be going to plus the base form of verbs. The second way is to use the simple present or present continuous tense with words pointing to a future time, as in the following sentences. In this video, I'm going to explain how to use each of these forms correctly and tell you their slight difference in meaning. Now, this video is a sequel to this video, which explains how the tense system works in general. If you want to know more about tenses, please check it out. Anyway, let's begin. Now, let's get to the first way to express the simple future tense, using special verb forms that talk about the future. The first case is will plus the base form of verbs, as in I will go to school tomorrow or I will start trimming the garden when the weather gets better. The base form is the form you find on dictionaries. There's no endings such as ing, ed, en, or es. Beware that the word will can be contracted as the following in informal settings. On the other hand, if you want to say not in the sentence, put it after will, as in I will not go to school tomorrow. Now, let's talk about the meaning of the word will. To tell you the truth, the difference in meaning isn't big among the variations of the simple future tense. You don't have to worry about it so much. However, to tell you the slight difference, the word will implies a strong prediction, and it is the most formal one among simple future tense expressions. Moving on, let's look at the second case, be going to plus the base form of verbs, as in I'm going to get a job in the financial sector, or the project is going to fail if we do not secure additional funding. Please remember that the be verb can be contracted as the following in informal settings. If you want to say not in the sentence, put it behind the be verb, as in I am not going to get a job in the financial sector. As for the meaning, be going to plus the base form makes slightly weaker predictions compared to the word will. In addition, it is informal. The third case is be to plus the base form of verbs, as in the script is to be read out loud in the ceremony tomorrow, or I am to join the marching band. As for the meaning, be to plus the base form is used for scheduled future events, and it is formal. Lastly, you have be about to plus the base form of verbs, as in they're about to call the police or I am about to throw up. As for the meaning, you use be about to for a very near future, the kind of future that'll happen in the next minute or two. Now, let's move on to the second type of the simple future tense. The second type of the simple future tense has the structure of simple present or present continuous plus some words pointing to a future time. Let's look at the first case, simple present tense plus future time words. An example sentence will be the show begins at 7 p.m. tomorrow. You have verbs in the simple present tense and you have future time words. Here's another example. Let me tell you my favorite story when everyone gets here. You have a present verb form and future time words. Clauses such as this can also function as future time words. Let's move on to the second case, the present continuous plus future time words. An example would be I am playing the piano in the concert next week. You have verbs in the present continuous tense and you have future time words. Another example would be she's leaving this town if the bus gets here. You have present continuous tense and you have future time words. Clauses such as this can also function as the future time words. The meanings of both cases are similar. They are both used when the future schedule is fixed. Here are some more example sentences for the structures we just talked about. Now, let's move on to the last chapter, no will in subordinate clauses. Unlike the past tenses, which can have a past form of verbs in each clause, in future tenses, you can only have one will in the entire sentence, and in the main clause only. What is a clause and a main clause? A clause is a component that makes up English sentences. If you have a group of words and there's a subject and a verb in those words are considered a clause. For instance, while I was eating an apple is a clause because the word I is the subject and the word was is the verb. On the other hand, books on the shelf is not a clause because there's no verb among those words. Anyway, English sentences are made up of one or more clauses, as in, while I was cleaning the house, Jason finished cooking dinner. There are two clauses in this sentence. This part is a clause because there's a subject and a verb, and that part is also a clause because there's a subject and a verb. Now, here's where the main clause comes into play. If you look at sentences that are made up of two clauses, in many times, one clause contains the main information and the other one additional information. For instance, take the sentence, I'll go home if the train comes within the next hour. The sentence consists of two clauses. The I'll go home clause can still make sense if I get rid of the if the train comes within the next hour clause. In this case, the I'll go home clause is the main information, also known as the main clause. However, if I get rid of the I'll go home clause, the if the train comes within the next hour clause doesn't make sense. You have to ask, what happens if the train comes within the next hour? In this case, this clause is the additional information, or what is called the subordinate clause. Subordinate clauses are introduced by subordinating conjunctions and relative pronouns such as these words. To get back to the main point, you can only put the word will in the main clause. In other words, if you put will in the subordinate clause as the following, you will be wrong. English speakers have decided that saying it once per sentence is enough. Alright, this is it for the simple future tense. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section and hit subscribe for more English lessons. It was nice having you. Please check out the videos on other tenses, and goodbye.